Ladies and gentlemen, as you have heard, as you have imbibed, as you have been inspired, India has come a long way since our independence. The fact that the year 2022 was commemorated as what we called Azadi Ka Mahotsav, celebrating 75 years but committing that the next 25 will take us further. We have become a food-sufficient country. We're taking the lead in space development. From what we've done to fight the pandemic, to be at the forefront of a buzzing ecosystem of startups and transformation of the future world. And in that lies a very significant point. Our ideation of a conscious planet, not just environmentally, which is very critical and central to our agenda, but also a conscious planet where women and inclusivity as at the anchor of this beautiful concept of the world being one world, which is what we call the one Kutumbakam. They call it Vasudeva Kutumbakam, that we are all children of a common world. And it is that passion, that concept, that depth, that philosophy, which is driving so much of what we do today. I will not repeat the tremendous achievements, while I do have them documented here and which will go into official record, whether it is the millions of women who are stepping out into the self-help groups and empowered, the women who no longer have to forage for cooking, for wood for cooking fire because they have clean gas, which was, our Prime Minister said, inspired by the fact that he saw his mother needing to cook. So the relatability of the pain of women and the translation of that pain into a tangible policy and the power to drive this policy to impact every member of the population. That is the encapsulation of what you are seeing happening in this transformation. And because of this, we have women scientists, we have women business leaders, and we have women leaders at every level of society. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I am excited to work with my sisters from across the country. So let me use this also as an opportunity to our wonderful representatives from all the G20 countries, to our partners, our knowledge partners, United Nations Women, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the ILO, and many, many others that I will name. Thank you all, because as we sit together at a common table, sharing a common purpose, inspired by what can happen, what should happen, and what will happen because we are together. That is what we're here today. So let me just briefly state that in the magnitude of wonderful things that we need to do, we have tried to encapsulate the agenda into 3 very simple points. I'm happy that all G20 representatives have signed off on this. Our ministry has signed off on this. So we will focus on women entrepreneurship in our belief that this is a win-win for equity and the economy. We will build and create partnerships for promoting women leadership at all levels, including the grassroots. You heard our Honorable Minister speak about what can happen when women are empowered. This is going to be one of the hallmarks of the important pillar of our move forward strategy. And finally, education as the 3rd pillar, because this is the game-changing pathway to women's empowerment. And when we talk about these 3 important pillars, the G20 Empower initiative will take these to the next level, because we will use digital inclusion to cut across every single one of these pillars. In our deliberations today, the focus on the role of digital skilling and future skills is really very, very important. Besides the multitude of activities that we will be doing, I want to share 2 important outcomes. Besides the position papers, the working group recommendations, the enhancement of advocates, the inclusion of advocates into the role of women empowerment by requesting our advocates to, number 1, take the pledge, to identify with the importance of women empowerment, to encourage women and men to become mentors, to ensure that there is digital skilling. All these are part of this go-forward movement. However, as was said, we want to be inclusive, we want to be decisive, but we also want to be action-oriented. So let me conclude by announcing are two very important action-oriented initiatives. So besides our recommendations, which will go to the G20 leadership, two initiatives which we will be bringing out is number one, the importance of digital literacy, digital fluency, and future skilling. So with a combination of partners, including the very important platform created by the government, by NASCOM Foundation and others, we will create a digital skilling capability and digital fluency curriculum and agenda. This platform will be used in India, but significantly will also be India's gift to women of the world, because when we put this in the hands of women, it becomes yet one more tool for their path to progress. A second important platform is our Women Mentorship Platform. And I'm particularly happy to state the importance of this mentorship platform is you can have education, you can have wealth, you can have exposure, you can have inspirational leaders, and yet somewhere women continue to hold back, whether it's mindset or conditioning of many, many years. So I'm inviting every single one of you here to please become a mentor on the mentorship platform and help others. Before I tell you more about the platform, let me say I'm especially happy that we're launching this platform here today, because this is in partnership also with Niti Aayog, which Mr. Amitabh Khan led and heralded to its greatness. So this platform is an interaction platform which is simple and easy to use. Women like all of you, please sign on as mentors. Women from corporates, women who are not in corporates but who are leaders in your homes, women who know that they can share something, encourage something. This platform is already helping women. So there's a rural woman in Ahmedabad who's learning digital skilling from a young man in Gurgaon. I look forward to this happening across the world, across countries. Can a person who wants to come from Japan to do business in India understand through our platform, should I go to Bangalore or should I go to Ahmedabad? And after today's program, I'm sure many of them will be saying we'll go to Lucknow and come to Agra, because that's what you have shown us. So this interface, this exchange, so that the concept of empowerment, of women business, of women entrepreneurship, creating equity and boosting the economy remains, continues and grows. That's what we're looking for. So ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your deep commitment to women empowerment, but I know you do it not for thanks, but because you truly believe. I appreciate what we're going to do today and in the next 2 days, and I'm inspired by the impact it will have on the world. I'm thankful for our leadership on the stage and all the others who have been here. Our leaders from Flow, I must call you out, our leaders from the Greater 50, every single one of you who in your own sphere have done so much towards this. I thank you. I look forward to further deliberation and to what you will do. And I leave you with this image that you are throwing a wonderful stone in the beautiful ocean of possibilities in the world. And your ripple effect will continue to inspire others and touch many, many lives. And as we go forward, let us say that the new definition of a billionaire is not someone who makes a billion, but someone who touches a billion lives. And there are many billion lives waiting to be touched.